All right, hey guys, welcome to my webinar, How to Quit Your Day Job and Live Comfortably Off Instagram. I'm excited to have each and every one of you in this webinar with me today. As we wait for a few more people to jump into this webinar, why don't you go ahead in the chat box, let me know your name, who you are, where you're from, and where you're chiming in from today. So I can give you a little shout out here and there, say hello, and welcome you officially to this webinar. So while I'm doing that, while you guys are doing that, I want to remind you that this webinar and my online course, the Fitness Influencer Blueprint course, is designed not to critique or nitpick how your teaching style is for your particular wellness niche, unique talents that you have. It's really to teach you the business side of this industry as a fitness influencer on Instagram. So keep that in mind. And I see we have Kiara here from Texas, Jessica from New York. I see Katie here from Idaho, and a couple people from New York. Welcome everyone to this webinar. Thank you again for being here. Let me go ahead and start by asking you a quick question. Have any of you guys ever have any of you guys ever taken an online course that is designed to improve and enhance your Instagram platform? So I've published this survey in the chat box. Go ahead and submit your answer. Let me know, have you ever taken an online course to help grow your Instagram platform? Submit your votes. And I see a couple people have, but most people have not. So that's fantastic. I'm happy to be your first online course. And more specifically, I want to know, have you ever heard of an online course that is specifically designed for fitness influencers and getting their business catapulted on Instagram? So there's a difference. We are a specific niche as fitness influencers. So go ahead and submit your votes. Let me see what the consensus is. Drum roll. And literally no one has ever heard of a course like this before. This is their first one. So that is a big deal. That is one of the reasons why I wanted to bring this particular online course to you guys, because I know that's not out here, and I know that we need specific direction on how to get ourselves catapulted on Instagram. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the webinar with the free information that I'm giving you all. So I'm going to minimize my screen here so you all can see the presentation in full. And let's see. Let's get started with a fantastic quote. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. That is self-explanatory. It goes without saying that that's really why you guys are here. You are tired of talking about what you want to do. You are ready to make a change in your life, and you are starting to do it by showing up here today and then signing up for my online course later on today. So what are we going to cover in the webinar? I'm going to start by telling you who I am, my story, and why I'm qualified to bring you this course. Why did I create an online course? The Fitness Influencer Blueprint. What is my Bebop system, and how can you use it today to improve your platform immediately? Who is the blueprint for? What will you learn in the online course? How is it structured? How much does it cost? And why should you invest in this course? Beginning with who I am and why I am qualified to bring you this course. I am Tiana Joelle on Instagram and in real life, if you all aren't familiar with my platform. I'm NASM certified, and I have over 81,000 followers on Instagram with over 6,500 email subscribers. If you all notice, this is very important. If there's nothing else you take from this right here, I have the majority of women who are following me. You can see it's 86 to 99% of women. That is very important, and that is very key to how I design my platform strategically to develop this niche. And I'm going to teach you in my course how to do the same thing, because it's very important to have quality over quantity when you are building a business. The majority of my money comes from my website. So all of my own products are on my website. I do have a few contracts with affiliates, other brands as an affiliate, where that is really just money on the side that I'm making. But understand, I'm making $10,000 a month or more doing this. I don't have 1 million followers, and I was making this amount of money around when I hit about 60 to 65,000 followers. I was already hitting 6 figures on my platform alone. So keep that in mind. You don't need large numbers to be able to live comfortably off your Instagram page and continue growing from there. And I did this all in less than 3 years. That is very important because I've been on a long journey and learned a lot and compiled all of this information to help you in my online course. And really more importantly than the money, guys, I'm on people's vision board. Like, I would have never imagined that ever, to be on someone's vision board. That is truly an honor, and I'm extremely grateful. And not just on one person, several women have sent me a picture, a video, a message on Instagram saying that I'm on their vision board, and that really means a lot. I've also met a few of my followers who have literally taken the time and the money and come out to my home base in LA, fly out to come see me and to visit me. And for those of you who have are maybe on the fence on whether you want to start in-person training because you like the one-on-one connection, or maybe you're doing that currently and you're afraid to leave because you do like having your clients and that connection with them in person, developing organic relationships. Guys, I've been there. I've done that. These relationships that I've developed with these women, I have a stronger bond with these women than I ever have with any of my clients at Gold's Gym, at LA Fitness, private training. I'm telling you, you will still build and develop those strong relationships, if not stronger and more relationships that you're looking for. Now, like I said, I would have never imagined this for myself 3 years ago. I moved to LA back in April 2015, and I found a job at LA Fitness. I was a personal trainer, and I had a few clients. I was making a little bit of money, but if you can see in that red circle, guys, that's an eviction notice with my name on it. I came home from a long day at work, training, and I had an eviction notice on my door. When I tell you, terrified is not the word. Scared, fearful, embarrassed. I had no idea what I was going to do. This literally was my rock bottom. And I had to find a way out. And I know there's other people out there. Maybe it's you. Maybe you've experienced something like this, or you're going through something like this right now. And you're looking for a way out. You're looking for a way to dig yourself out of that hole. And I'm here to help you do that. That's why I've also titled this Our Story, ladies. This is me and you. I'm helping you in this journey to get out of that hole and get to where you deserve to be. So in order to get myself back on track, I knew that I had to start finding a way to get more information, better information, and really invest in myself and figure out how to do this the best way and the most efficient way. So I started reading books, podcasts. I went to social media conferences, took online courses. I invested money that I literally didn't have, but I found a way because I knew that long term I was going to benefit so much more than if I would have just kept on the same path and trying to slowly climb. I had to find a way that was going to be more efficient and the right way to set myself up for a better future and a better lifestyle for myself. So why did I create the blueprint? Think of Instagram as a giant gym. You literally have the opportunity to touch millions of new clients every single day. And if Instagram is your gym, if you're someone who is a trainer or have ever been a trainer at a gym, you know that in your gym, you have to go around and have that face-to-face, try and sell someone on your training to buy a package, or like myself, when I was also personal training on the side, outside of the gym, I was taking the extra effort to make flyers, put them around on cars and neighborhoods and apartment building bulletin boards. Guys, that was a lot of extra work. And Instagram is really, there is work up front with your Instagram platform, but it is set up so that you don't have to put in so much extra labor to get those clients on a consistent basis. And that's very important. So there is a systematic way of developing your platform as a quality fitness influencer. Notice I've highlighted quality. there's a way that I've strategically developed a system for my platform that worked for me, that I learned after doing all this research with these different avenues of books and things from different industries, whether it was business, social media, finance. All of that stuff helped me figure out a system that worked, and it's continuing to work for me at each stage in my growth on my platform. And that's what I want to bring to you guys here with my online course. So I'm sure you guys are wondering, what in the world is my Bebop system? This is a system, again, that I created from all of the information that I've gathered and compiled it into a system that is what has worked for me today and what I have developed into this course to help streamline it for you so that you can develop your system your business the same way. So Bebop is an acronym. Let's start with the first B, business. Can you really quit your day job and live comfortably off your Instagram page? Absolutely, yes you can. Hands down, yes you can. These two pictures here are real screenshots of money that I make from, this is from the back end of my website. This is real, not Photoshop. I don't even know how to Photoshop this. But this I've made $3,000 on a weekly basis and upwards, making $10,000 a month at minimum or more. Let's take a look at your current training model in comparison to Instagram. There's a big difference. With your current training model, clients take up a lot of your time and energy. They are late, there's no shows, there's late payments, low pay that you don't deserve, the need to market and retain your consistent clientele in front of them. On Instagram, however, if you are a smart business person like I know you are and like I am, which is why I've moved over to Instagram, you'll eventually have your freedom of time. Like I said, after you put the time and effort in up front, you'll have more freedom of time. There's no appointments, growth in your income, get paid immediately, and get paid what you deserve. You're marketing to millions of people every day. These statistics over here on the left, these come from Social Media Examiner, which is a quality place that I learned a lot of information from. This is where these stats are coming from. There's over 700 million monthly users on Instagram today, with over 50% of people who use it on a daily basis. And over 200 million users watch IG stories daily. So that's very important. And in the online course, you'll see here in this box in the bottom, I'm going to teach you how to figure out your niche audience and get that going. Let's compare Facebook to Instagram. Some of you might be wondering, well, why Instagram versus Facebook? I'm going to tell you why. On Facebook, people are more likely to follow friends. People come here for news, updates on friends and family, politics, opinionated posts, and drama. The content here is not appealing to motivate buyers, which means people are not ready to buy. However, on Instagram, people are more likely to follow the brands. I know I follow a lot of brands on Instagram. I'm sure you do the same too. Here, people are less concerned about connecting with friends and family and more often using it for educational purposes, inspiration, and to purchase products. So that's huge for you as a fitness influencer on Instagram. You can take advantage of that. The content here creates positive feelings around a brand, which means people are ready to buy, and the content develops that impactful intimacy with clients more deeply and easily than any other platform. That's major. This is something that a lot of people don't realize. On Instagram, you're literally renting space. So it's a great place to rent space from, absolutely, for sure. But you do need to make sure that you have somewhere else to hold your followers and to have that tangible reach for them. A lot of people make the major mistake of not capturing their followers outside of Instagram, and they only rely on Instagram. Do not do that. I learned the hard way about this, and I'm going to teach you in the course how to avoid this and how to create your distribution network, which is going to help you avoid that. The second B in Bebop refers to your brand. It's important to develop your brand properly through, notice I've highlighted, clear, concise messaging through your content delivery. Because if you don't clearly deliver your message to your followers, they're going to be confused. Your platform is going to be confusing, and they're going to be less likely to buy from you, and there's going to be no direction to your platform, which is a problem. Now, there are two different types of fitness influencers. I'm going to begin with the standard fitness influencer, and I really like this one. I follow a lot of ladies who have this style of fitness influencing. So your content is based around you, although you are still providing inspiration. In the caption here, you'll notice she's still providing a tidbit of information. And this is primarily going to be through her still shots, lifestyle shots, selfies, and things like that. But keep in mind, if you're going to do something like this, even though it is based around you, which is totally fine, make sure that it looks professional. Her page is very bright, inviting, welcoming. It's not dark, dingy. The colors pop and things like that. So she's still providing a lot of inspiration to her followers, and it's primarily based around her, which is absolutely totally fine. Someone like this is going to be a prime person to represent other brands, such as maybe if you want to go into supplements or represent a clothing line and other products like that, you would be a perfect candidate for those companies to want to pay you. Now, on the other hand, I am a value-based fitness influencer. So even though I am 90% in all of my posts, the content is not based around me. It's really designed to help educate my followers and my tribe through the avenue of, in my particular case, workout videos that educate them. I'm not saying, hey, look at me while I'm squatting. I'm giving you education behind it, telling you how to do exercises properly, and so forth. So this can also include photos, and you see the other options here on the side, even meal prep, food posts, and of course you're providing that inspiration and motivation to others. The key thing that stands out between the standard fitness influencer, which I showed you before, and a value-based influencer like myself, is that as a value-based fitness influencer, which is a term that I am branding myself as value-based, the difference is we subliminally place calls to action in our posts so that we are inviting our followers to do what we want them to do, but in a genuine way, so that when we're ready to put out a product or a program, they are ready to buy, they are ready to listen, and they are jumping on board with whatever you tell them to do. So there's a genuine way to do this, and your followers are going to be happy to jump on board with whatever it is that you have for them. And of course, in my online course, I'm going to teach you in further detail how to do that properly so it does come across genuine, and it is genuine. All right, so the O in Bebop stands for outcome. You always need to keep in mind the end goal of what you want your platform to represent and exude. That is very key. A lot of successful people, every successful person, starts with the end in mind first. Easy example, think of when you are building a house. You're designing your dream house. You start with the end picture in mind of what you want it to look like, how many bushes you want out front, how you want the structure to be, the color of everything. You start with the end first, and then you go backwards. The architect goes backwards and starts from the foundation up and develops your house that way. The same thing applies to your Instagram platform. You need to start with the end in mind first. What are you looking to do overall, and how can you go about doing that from where you are today? So it's important to keep this in mind definitely as you start to grow, because you don't want to forget where your foundation is. As you grow, you're going to start having companies reach out to you with different things and different opportunities, and you want to make sure that you always stay in line and on track with what you want to represent and who you are as a brand. Finally, the P in Bebop stands for people. So how do you gain followers organically and quickly? The key here, guys, is engagement. It's social media. You have to be social. I have a prime example of this. When I first moved to LA, I had the opportunity of being invited to a very well-known celebrity's house for a house party. And he's very well known. If I were to say his name, you would know absolutely who he is, no question, hands down. So when I arrived to his house, I looked across the room. This man is shaking hands with everyone, literally everyone in his house party. And this was thousands of people. And he took the time to introduce himself and talk to them, get to know them a little bit, and welcome them and say, thank you for coming to my party. I'm happy that you're here. I will never forget that, because, as the party went on, he eventually did come over to me and do the same thing. He shook my hand, and I wasn't starstruck. I was more so shocked at the fact that he took the time to tangibly say hi to each and every person at his party. That goes a long way, and that says a lot. So when you carry that over to your Instagram page, think of it the same way. You are literally the celebrity that people are going to. They're entering your home, your Instagram gym, if you will. And if you take the time to go over to them, and you'll see in these examples, reach out to them. If you say hello, say thank you, how are you, how can I help you, and truly be genuine, you will make such an impact on them, and they will be your supporters for life. I promise you they will. So in my online course, I'm going to teach you more specifically how to perfect that communication, to have that genuine connectivity, and then monetize it after that. So to recap the Bebop system, we have business, brand, outcome, and people. Remember, I said this is a system that I created for myself that allowed me to develop my platform with the proper structure needed to help myself grow and continue to grow in this industry. And of course, as you can see, I will definitely unfold more in my course. So who is this course for? This course, if you are tired of your 9-to-5 job or your work environment, hello, it's time to get out, move on to something better. If you're tired of your late clients, my trainers, you all understand this. They're not motivated, you're tired of late payments, you're not getting paid what you deserve, spending long hours, and really no quality of life. That's frustrating. In the chat box, I want you to answer this, just a quick yes or no. Do you want to be in command of your own time and schedule? Or do you want to have someone continue controlling it, whether that's your boss or your clients? It's really your clients too. So are you ready to make a change and get in command of your own schedule and time? A lot of you are saying, everyone's saying yes. I don't see a no in here. Otherwise, you guys wouldn't be here. But if the answer is yes, this course is absolutely for you. It is time to make that change and move forward and create that ultimate lifestyle for yourself. That is why I brought to you all the Fitness Influencer Blueprint course. All right, so let's go into what you will learn in this course. I'm sure you are curious. So I'm going to go through, there's a lot of things that I'm going to teach you in this course. I encourage you to take a screenshot as I'm going through this because I'm not going to read every single one. It's a lot of stuff. I'm giving you so much information, but I'll touch on just a couple here to give you a little quick overview. I'm going to be teaching you how to shift from in-person clients to social media, how to post, when to post, what to post, how to develop your niche audience, how to get quality followers, likers, commenters, and shares. Remember, quality over quantity. I'm going to teach you the crucial mistakes that people make so you don't make those, and how to turn your micro numbers into macro dollars. I'll teach you how and why to create other outlets in order to reach your followers, how to monetize on your Instagram platform, and how to create quality content to post. I'm also going to teach you how to create your programs, how to determine what types of programs, and the pricing for those as well. And even as far as how and why to build a website, and very easily. You do not need to be a tech genius to know how to do it, and I will help you every step of the way. The way this course is structured is there are over 20 easy to follow modules that are going to cover specific topics. So there's video tutorials of every single topic, and I'm including cheat sheets for you as well, so that I know when I'm watching a video and trying to learn from an online course, sometimes you miss or you forget some of the important information. So I'm pulling that out for you so that you know exactly what I'm trying to, or what I am conveying to you in these videos to give you the right information. It's entirely mobile friendly with 24/7 access to log in online. So you can go at your own pace. You're going to get the first few modules dripped to you in your login. From there, each week later, as the weeks go on, you're going to get a few more modules dripped the next week, then the next week for a total of 4 weeks. And then you'll have the entire course at your disposal. Nothing is going to expire. It's yours. You can look at it as often as you want. Like I said, go at your own pace. Go check them out in reverse if you want to go look back at something, etc. I'm also giving you specific recommendations for all of the software and editing programs, tools, and resources that I personally use and trust. So I'm not going to give you anything that I've never used or I'm not confident in that it is a quality product. And I know you guys need to have quality in order to create your content, your programs, your websites, things like that. I'm going to give it all to you, what I recommend, and how to sign up for those. Whether you're monetizing or not, I'm going to teach you the next steps. And guys, I'm literally walking you through everything. So let's take a second. Have you ever found it funny when you are sitting down with a potential client, let's say as a trainer, you're sitting down with a potential client, you uncover 100+ reasons why they should sign up for your program or hire you as their trainer, and they even agree to it. They know how quality you are and they know the value that you bring. They say no, and you sit there scratching your head like, why didn't they sign up? I don't get it. So today you are that client. Some of you are stuck in a plateau. You don't know how to grow your platform. You're looking for ways to get out of where you are and grow and get to a better place. And I'm going to take you there with this course. So please, guys, please do not be like those clients. You know this course is valuable. I know I have proven myself to be able to give you a quality program and be qualified to bring you this program. So please understand, please don't be worried about the upfront investment and instead see the long-term rewards of what you're going to get from doing this program. Now, why should you invest in this course? Remember at the beginning of this, I told you it took me 3 years and literally over $12,000 of my own money. That's almost embarrassing to look at, but it's not embarrassing because it was quality. But I'm able to give this to you now and pay it forward to you so that you don't have to spend that kind of money. You can get all this information compiled into my course in the same place and streamlined for you easily. So remember, this is information I gathered from conferences, business and social media books, online courses, and so on. Remember, I'm giving you in this course direct action steps on what to do next, how to make the next step, how to generate your own income, brand yourself, and really, guys, there is limitless earning potential in this business as a fitness influencer on Instagram. So when I first started out, I could literally not afford to financially invest. You guys saw the eviction notice on my door. But I did it anyway, and I figured out a way. I found a way because I really knew the value that my business was going to have if I invested in myself. So that concludes my webinar for today. And for those of you who have already signed up, thank you so much for signing up for the Fitness Influencer Blueprint, and congratulations on quitting your job and beginning to live comfortably off Instagram. I really want you to be able to take advantage of this program that I have lined up for you. All right, so that concludes my webinar for today. Thank you all so much. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. And I thank you so much for being here today. And I cannot wait to have you guys as my students in catapulting yourselves into that ultimate lifestyle that you deserve. All right, talk to you guys later.